My name's Rebecca Weinkoop. I'm currently the librarian at Frank Love Elementary in Bothell, Washington, the North Shore School District, and I thought I would share a little bit with you about our library notebooks that we use every day with our students when they come to the library. So the first thing is that we buy this unlined, already bound notebook. We happen to buy ours on Amazon, just over about 50 cents each. And we're buying in bulk. We're buying about 500. And once we've purchased the notebooks, I use Destiny to Discover in one of our patron reports, and I print up the patron barcode so that we can stick it right on the front. You can just stick tape over that. You could print it on a sticker. You could use a label cover over the top of that just to leave that there. One of the first lessons in the library is how do we use our library card for self-checkout? We know that this barcode is super helpful for students when they scan during self-checkout. Also for the librarian, it's really helpful. You always have a student name super close, and we give them time to decorate their notebook. We used our library notebooks not only for checkout, but for our library lessons throughout the school year. One of the first things we've done is a scavenger hunt, and we just glue or tape this directly in. We also use this to communicate, oops, that one's upside down, with the librarian, a student, 10 things you need to know about me. When we read a book, we include, students add a sticker, and then there's some sort of writing or drawing prompt. Here's another example of that. We also use this for taking notes on some of the conversations we're having. There are plenty of ways you can add material. Here is Diary of a Worm, and we did some story sequencing here for students. And we also use this for vocabulary, where they're keeping track of the books that they're reading and writing down vocabulary words. We did station rotation, where students were reading books independently at stations and then rating those books in our Washington Children's Choice Picture Book Award nominees. For the older students, theirs looks a little bit different, but we're still using our library notebook. And then just another example of a little pre-planning for some binary bracelets that we did, and the ways in which we use our library notebooks to support student learning. One of the things that's really great about these notebooks, that their size fits really neatly in these bins that you can find at the dollar store. And then I just label them with the teacher and the day. And then I store them on top of a shelf that's really close to our teaching space. You can see I've already closed up for the year, but it has the teacher's name. We organize them by day, and they're super easy to get to. At the end of the year, one of the great things you can do with our notebooks is to use it as a way to reflect on our time together and go back and share the stories that we've shared together. And students get to take that notebook home. It's a really great artifact. It serves as a portfolio of all of our time together and the things that they've learned. And it's a great way to share what's happening in the library with your families. I hope this is helpful, and that you might be considering using a library notebook with your students in your school library. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. This really takes minimal amount of planning and preparation at the beginning of the school year to really create a system that's predictable, reliable, and accessible to all of our students. Happy reading.